Now, last night was the debate between Tim Kaine and Mike Pence, and it was an interesting debate, to say the least. Interesting, sort of boring. But anyway, during this debate, Tim Kaine happened to continue to point out how Donald Trump is running an insult-driven campaign. In fact, I want to show you some video from that last night, and then I'll get more into the story.
Ours is an insult-driven campaign. Did you all just hear that? Ours is an insult-driven campaign. I mean, to be honest with you, if Donald Trump had said all the things that you said he said, in the way you said he said them, he still wouldn't have a fraction of the insults that Hillary Clinton leveled when she said that half of our supporters were a basket of deplorables.
All right, so that was Mike Pence defending himself against Tim Kaine's accusation that the Trump campaign is an insult-driven campaign. How dare you? How dare you say that we insult people? We don't insult anybody. Now, all this happened to go down while Donald Trump was on Twitter insulting people. Now, about this time, Trump was live tweeting the debate. And look, he was also retweeting, to be fair, some tweets from other people, these so-called deplorables, right? One of them said, Tim Kaine looks like a fool. Donald Trump retweeted saying, I agree. Kaine looks like a fool. No, not an insult whatsoever. Here's another one. Kaine looks like an evil crook out of the Batman movies. Yes, and Mike Pence looked like he's about to sign a Mutant Registration Act. So, yeah, you might not want to throw out that one. So, look, to be fair, retweets, right? That's what he does. Donald Trump retweets a bunch of shit, sometimes from white supremacists, sometimes from people who are just very insulting. Okay, that's Twitter. Now, here's some of the insults Donald Trump himself has actually made towards other people. For one, he started out his campaign saying that Mexicans were rapists and murderers. Okay, yes, but to be fair, he did say some were probably good people. Oh, okay. Not only that, he, of course, attacked Rosie O'Donnell, famously. They get a little feud going on. As well as Alicia Machado, who was a former Miss America, calling her Miss Piggy and Miss Housekeeping because she's a Latina. Oh, classy. He also attacked Megyn Kelly, said she had blood coming out of her wherever. Right. Her nose, right? It must be her nose. Also, he attacked Carly Fiorina and said, look at that face. Look at that face. Who would vote for that face? Would anybody vote for that face? That face is not presidential. Yeah, we all know what you meant, dude. Not only that, but he also called most of the people from Iowa stupid for voting for Ben Carson. During the primary, he also went after Ben Carson, calling him a sex offender, or comparing him to a sex offender. He made fun of the New York Times journalist that had an obvious disability. He called Ted Cruz a pussy, which was actually kind of funny. So look, these are examples that just happened during the primary of him insulting people. Not to mention all the stuff he said about Hillary Clinton, or some of the stuff that he said about Bernie Sanders before he tried going after Bernie Sanders supporters. So to say that you're not an insult-driven campaign is a bit of an insult to our intelligence. You see, Trump and Pence, they make a big deal about how Donald Trump says it the way it is. Yeah, I like this guy. He says it the way it is. Yeah, he's honest. Yeah, he means what he says and says what he means. Except when he offends somebody. Except when he insults somebody and then has to take it back later. And you know why he does that? He's a coward. You see, he'll insult somebody, take it back, and he'll run like a little bitch away from it. A little bitch. A little coward. A pussy. Yeah, that's right. I insulted Donald Trump and Mike Pence. He's a little bitch. He's a little boy. He's a coward. He doesn't stand up to what he actually says. He doesn't defend what he says. And Mike Pence is even more of a little bitch. Because he won't defend what Donald Trump says. His own candidate. No, dude, he's a little bitch. If you are going to tell it like it is, if you're going to tell it like it is, don't fucking run away from it. Own that shit. Own it. There's that same issue with Hillary Clinton, right? If she's a bitch, as Anna Kasparian says, own it. Be a bitch. If you're going to tell it like it is, and you're going to claim you're going to tell it like it is, then don't run away. You want to rail against PC culture? No. Donald Trump and Mike Pence, these conservatives, these members of the alt-right, they're the most PC little sons of bitches that I've ever seen. No, they can't stand up to any sort of criticism against them. No, they're against us. They're going to whine and cry and bitch like little fucking pussies. Hilarious. No, dude. Look, I'm an asshole, but I own it. Right? You want to call me a jerk? You want to call me an asshole? I'll fucking own that shit. Because I am. I'm not going to run away like a little coward like Donald Trump, like Mike Pence. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYTNation.